Captain J.J. Mulhitz with the Sturgeon Bay Open Bass Tournament. It's the 22nd annual Sturgeon Bay Open Bass Tournament. We got a couple great sponsors this year. We got Ranger Boats and Mercury Marine helping us out. We got a brand new C118 Ranger bass boat and some cash for the top winner. We got a 140 boat field, so it's going to be a pretty wide field, and should be pretty interesting to see the fish at the scales this year.
Yeah. How many? Is this the biggest one of yours?
Nope. We're about mid pack. You know, the years we've had a little more. This is our 22nd annual. It started back in 1990, and it's grown over the years to be the tournament you see here today.
Look at them congregate. I'm an attraction.
The wind will pick up later this afternoon. Right now it's about 10 to 11, south wind. Supposed to be that way all day. Gonna get up to 15 to 20. If you're going north, allow yourself enough time to get back. Courtesy, by all means this year. You know what I mean. There's a lot of fish, a lot of good fish close by. Don't crowd out the boat next to you. Remember sportsmanship. It's going to be a good year for fishing. It's going to be in the high 70s later today and tomorrow. A lot of sunscreen on. I don't want to see any burnt noses. Start to move it up. Way back there. First light. First light. Move it up. Boat number 1. Go. I cannot believe boat number 2. Boat number 3. Go.
after 4:30 is like deer hunting, but no deer.
Did you find them? What's he gonna do?
Well, unless they can have somebody find a lower unit, they're just gonna fish on the flat.
Their whole prop shaft is broke right off.
What'd
There
they
is
hit?
no prop shaft.
Go back up.
And we're involved in an event that's unlike many events in Door County. It's a fishing tournament. As you all know, fishing has been prominent in Door County and Sturgeon Bay in history, and a great history of commercial fishing. But this event has to do with sports fishing. The species and the concentration of species in the lake has changed, and consequently the pursuit of those fish. We used to produce fish for the tables across America. Now it's for trophies and prizes. It's a 22nd annual bass fishing tournament. It's here in Sturgeon Bay at Sawyer Park. Let's go in and see some of the things going on. So this is a beautifully set up, and your club maintains all this equipment, or?
Yes, we do. This is an association. There's 12 members of our association. It's an all-year project. We meet almost once a month during the off-season to prepare for next year. We're already planning next year, believe it or not. But this is our equipment that we have that we set up every tournament. And when we're done, after the 2 days, we got to break it down, clean it up, and put it away.
Wow. And just wait for the potential of next year.
Well, yeah, next year. And we also have a fall tournament, which is half this size.
Nice. We're here by the initial fish processing area at this bass fishing tournament, and we're with a gentleman who's maintaining us. Your name, sir?
Ken Ellis, I'm the tournament director.
Ken,
everybody answers to me.
And we'll ask you questions, and then you can answer to us. That'd be perfect.
That'd fit. That'd fit.
A little compensation. So, Ken, it's really great that you're having this festival, this tournament. How many years has this been going on?
This is our 22nd year.
Very successful tournament it is. And where would you say some of the furthest fishermen have come from?
We have a team from Washington, from California. We got a number of teams from Toronto. I mean, we're 11 states in Canada represented again this year.
Wherever the competitive fishermen are, they know about Sturgeon Bay, and they're certainly here on a day that's a great gift.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful day compared to last year. Last year was a little windy. It was a one-day event. This year we're going to have 2 days, so it's going to be great.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we're here with the event photographer, and your name, please?
Jenny Heim.
Jenny. And I see you're doing a beautiful job photographing the fish coming in and getting a good historical record for both the fishermen and for the tournament people.
Yes, yep.
And so what led you to specialize in this kind of fish portraiture?
I've been around fishing my whole life. My mom owns Pam's Outboard.
Nice.
So.
Nice. Hard-working mom and a hard-working daughter.
Yes.
Terrific. And so she is involved in this event as well.
Yep, she is the vice president on the board.
Terrific. And so being the vice president, she then can delegate the delicate and artful job of photography to her number one daughter?
No, I'm the youngest daughter. We're equal in.
That's a good way to be. That's a good way to look at it.
This week, we call it Tournament Week. They generate over $400,000 additional dollars here into the city alone, just this week.
and the city can use it and is very appreciative of it.
Oh yeah, the vendors, all the shops like you're talking about, the restaurants, the motels, the gas stations, they're tickled pink that we're here.
Tickled pink is more of a salmon term, though, isn't it? But tell me, there's also a charitable aspect to this event that I believe some of the funds from the registration go back into either projects or the community.
That's right. We have a conservation fund that all the anglers participate in, and that directly goes back into the fisheries programs through scholarships, through hatcheries, developments, invasive species research that they're doing here. Besides that, over the years, we built a pavilion here that you see along with the Rotary Club and items like that. So all the dollars go back into the community. We're a nonprofit. Nobody makes a dime on this except the city.
I mean, how wonderful. People coming from all over to appreciate Door County, to exercise the sport that they're so good at and they have passion for, learn about our community and our people and our city and surrounding area all benefit.
Oh yeah, it's a great event, with our sponsors, Ranger and Mercury Outboards are our major sponsors, and we got a dozen of others, St. Croix Rods, Flanagan's is right here in town, Charter. I mean, the list goes on, and I try not to list them all because I'm sure I will forget one or two of them.
And all that has to happen is the bass just need to have to take a little ride for a while.
Yeah.
Leave home for a while.
This is catch and release. It's a live tournament. They have to be alive to come here to the staging area where we measure them, we weigh them, then they go back into the tanks, and then they're dispersed throughout the area where we're fishing.
Wow. So tell us about this particular station, Ken. What exactly happens here?
Well, what they do is they come in here and get off their boats in the bag. They put them in the buckets. We inspect them to see the health of the fish. If it's going to make it, if it's not going to make it, we have another tank that we put it in until we're sure if it's going to or not. Then after that process, we inspect them here, make sure they're all 14 inches plus. Then they go up to the weigh. They weigh big bass. They have a choice if they want to weigh their big bass. Then it goes back into the bag for their total weight. Goes up on the board, and then the basket itself goes into the tank behind us here, which is separated into 6 different compartments that's aerated and chemicals in there to calm them down. Little nerve reaction,
I would be too. Think if you were that fish. Where am I, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to leave home. Yeah, I wouldn't want to leave home by the jaws.
Yes. So then they're re-released out in the bay and little sturgeon and areas where they were typically fished.
Right, little sturgeon, Riley's, out at Stone Quarry, out here on the flats, and then all the way up to Fish Creek.
Nice. And they'll probably find new neighbors and friends to interrelate with.
Well, you'd be surprised. A lot of those fish, it's been found that they actually go back to where they were.
Wow.
It might take a day or two, but for some reason, they go back. Just like during the spawn, they tag them. And where do those fish go during the winters? They go in 100 feet of water, 90 feet of water, all over the lake, and they come back a lot of times within the same quarter mile, half mile of where they were the year before.
Remarkability of nature.
Yeah, look at salmon. Out in the ocean, what they do. So.
Well, the lucky people, I see a boat's coming in right now, Ken. Can we go interview the folks?
Sure can.
Thank you. So we see some of the boats efficiently coming out of the water. Your name, sir?
Wayne Tremper.
Wayne, where were you from, Wayne?
Here.
You're beautiful. And so you've been out fishing all day. You're going to be out all 3 days?
Nope, forget it.
Forget it. But good catch today or slow?
Fishing shut off.
No kidding.
7 small fish, and that was it.
I'm sorry to hear that. We saw some nice big ones being brought.
I don't know where they got them, but it wasn't up
I don't think from the freezer.
Yeah, it wasn't up north.
And we're here with another gentleman who's part of this great organization. Your name, sir?
Darryl Miller.
And Darryl, this is, you're sort of the front line on receiving the fish into the whole process. And so tell me what you're going to be doing here.
The guy puts the fish in a clear bag or black bag, and I take them and I ask them for their tag, and I hold the fish till they get off the boat, and then the other guy parks the truck, and I give the guy the fish, and he goes up there and takes care of them.
Very well regulated. Nobody can throw any herring in there.
Oh no!
Beautifully done. Well organized.
Thank you.
Nice. Can we see this man's fish cooler or something going on in there in this beautiful boat? Yes, indeed. And your name, sir?
Jerry Hoffman from Missouri.
Jerry, welcome to Wisconsin. Yeah, it's a great place.
This is a Ranger boat, and the gentleman you're shooting right now is Sam. He has a Ranger dealership in Morris, Illinois. And he's been coming here, what, 15 years, Sam?
So you guys are an old fraternity.
21 years. He's been here 21 years.
Certainly, oh my goodness, beautiful fish. Is that close to some record fish?
The record that we have is 7 pounds 11 ounces.
Oh
and
my
that
goodness.
one here probably tipped right around 4.85, I would say.
Wow.
That one there is probably a little over 5.
I said a little over 5. I'm close.
Beautiful markings. And on a scale of 1 to 10, what was the thrill pulling these fish in?
Oh, you know what? When you're as old as I am,
I am old as you.
It takes much to thrill me.
Yeah, well, at least you have memories, right? So, as the fish are coming in, what is your name?
Amanda.
Amanda. And so tell me what your position here is, what you're doing.
I think I'm not 100% sure yet. This is our first one. But I think we're just taking the total weight, boat number, and then their big fish and all.
You're the computer entry people. You validate all this. That's wonderful. This is really an efficient setup. It's quite amazing. Efficient, isn't it? Yeah. And we're here with one of the really important portions, a gentleman who helps to transport these fish back to safety. Your name, sir?
Rod Tagey from R&D Services.
Rod, you've shown me some of your equipment and you've described some of this process to me, but I think we need to share it with the people who are going to enjoy this on TV.
All right.
The first step after the fish are weighed and displayed and you have a pictorial history. They go into this tank. Can you describe this tank?
It's a 1,000 gallon holding tank with oxygen. And the purpose of this is to get the fish in here, and it'll stabilize the fish from all the handling they've received. And we'll actually leave them in here for a while and see how they're doing, and then we'll remove them out of this tank into a transport truck to move them down to the release pontoon.
Okay, we'll be seeing that now. Describe your transport truck. You've constructed all this material after many dreams and plans.
Yeah, I've been doing this since 1997. We actually put this truck together last year for a walleye tournament, so we're using it here to move fish easily, a lot easier than using just a trailer. And this way we can handle them safely, less handling of the fish. So it holds 400 gallons of water. We can hold upwards of 200 smallmouth at one time in this tank with the oxygen.
So you put them in this tank, and then you use nets to get it out of this tank?
We'll net them out with rubber nets. Rubber nets don't disturb the fish at all. It's real easy on them. And we'll move them down to the pontoon, and then from there we'll do the same process again out on the bay, and we'll release them out on the bay in different locations.
And Rod, you live in Green Bay, and you come up here and camp and enjoy this beautiful Sturgeon Bay Park?
Yep, and enjoy the fishery. Get to see the most smallmouth you'll ever see.
Oh, indeed, and meet some very interesting characters.
That's correct.
That's right. Can we go down and see your pontoon? So, Rod, we're here at the canal side in beautiful Sturgeon Bay. We have another important and very impressive piece of equipment that I understand you built that is essential in transporting these fish back to their happy home grounds.
Yes, it is. The main process of this is we try holding the water temperature within a degree of what the surface temperature is, which we accomplish through a gas pump we have on here that actually flows at roughly about 100 gallons a minute through the tank, and a continuous flow of water and stabilizes the fish. and we have different ports in the bottom of the tank that allow the water to flow out evenly, so the fish will disperse in that tank, and we'll just drive it right out into the bay and net them out and release them, and they're already accommodated to the water temperature because the water adjusts as we move, so there's no thermal shock to the fish.
No physical shocking. And I see, I understand you built this pontoon boat with all the. Can you describe this tank is how big, Rod?
The tank holds 320 gallons of water.
And about how many fish with that?
We can hold up to upwards of 200 smallmouth at one time in that tank.
Wow. This tube chute, this is to non-traumatically get them back in the water?
Yep, there's water flowing through there, and actually it works out well because it releases the fish under the pontoon in a dark spot, so they naturally have a tendency to go straight back down.
Nice. So these pumps, that's what's pumping, that's the auxiliary pumper that actually exchanges the water.
That's correct. That pump right there is pumping the water into the tank, into different lines that are on the tank, and I can adjust them depending on what we need for the temperature of the water in the day, and it works out really well.
As I've said before, very efficient.
Yep. We operate this with only 2 people on it, and we can empty it out within about 15 minutes, and we'll be coming back in.
Rod, you're a quiet genius, and obviously a lover of nature and a lover of seeing this kind of tournament go on. I see the passion in your work here, and we all appreciate what you do for this tournament and what you do for these fish. Thank you, Rod.
Thank you very much.
Dawn Greason, I'm from Coleman.
Coleman, well, welcome to Sturgeon Bay. It's nice of you to be here.
My son is here.
Wonderful. And is he checked in already?
No, he's coming in. He's probably about 8-10 boats behind you.
And has he done this tournament before?
Yeah, he won it maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, that's impressive. And does he bring fish to the table for you as well?
He does for Cal, yes. I'm not a I am not a fish eater.
Ah, I see.
I don't clean them. I don't eat them.
We're here with a couple of lovely young ladies. Your name, please?
Linda.
Linda.
Nancy.
Nancy. And tell us, looks like you're selling all sorts of wonderful sporting goods, sweatshirts, T-shirts, visored hats, and this is all in response to the tournament. These are all monogrammed talking about the tournament.
Right, it tells you that it's Sturgeon Bay Open Bass Tournament. That's the initial. We also sell the tickets for the food and the drink.
Where was your secret location today, Jason?
On the water.
There's a beauty for you. Pretty fish. Nice. What's your name, sir?
Jeff Miller, 72.
And where are you from?
Homer Glen, Illinois.
Well, welcome up to Sturgeon Bay.
Love it, love it.
Yeah,
Always come